Hi, I'm Mark. This is the American Audio Company YouTube channel, and this is an unboxing. Now, treat me gently, this is the first time I've actually been in front of a camera on any of the YouTube channels that I've been attached to. In this video, I'm going to get it out of the box, run through some of the features and specifications, and just give you my opinion on what I think of the new SVS SB 1000 Pro sub. But the most important thing we're going to need first is a knife. So I'm going to give you my first impressions on what I think of the brand new SVS SB 1000 Pro. It's a bit of a mouthful. Right, knife in hand. Remember, it's always towards your buddy, not your body. Well packed power lead, country dependent. Nice packaging. Pull that there, we can take a look at that in a minute. We have a grill. It's a grill. I'm not going to get it out of the packet. It's a black grill. And then what I will do is I will now put it on the floor. But that's a nice, cute sized little sub. The benefit of sealed ported subwoofers is the fact that you can reduce the size, increase the amplification, and get a really nice fast attack. Yeah, that's a pretty good real fake wood. I'm just stunned by its looks, that's why I'm not talking very much. And for the fact that I'm nervous being on camera for the first time. So, it seems about 13-14 inches cubed, which is really quite small. And it's got a 12-inch high excursion long throw bass driver, that's a mouthful, and inside is a very conservative 325 watt amp. Now those two work together in a sealed enclosure, is going to give you a really fast bass with very tight control. And the finish is pretty fantastic, I must admit. This level of sub price point, I'm actually really impressed by the way it looks. It's well built, and it's got rubber feet. Petrol points. Right, we get around to the back, where all the fun happens. So there's a couple of ways of connecting this up. Make sure you can see it. We've got speaker binding posts. Now, if you don't actually have the low pass output on the back of your amplifier, the subwoofer output, then what you can actually do is you can run your left and right speakers from your stereo amp to here, and then from here onto your speakers. And this has got a very high resistance, so it won't mess with the load, but it will take just enough of the signal that it can use for the amplifiers. Then you have the whole setup system and the gain and matching the gain, but we'll talk about that in a later video. You also have your low pass input, your sub input. Then we've got a USB input which allows for the wireless connection with the SVS wireless dongle, transmitter, receiver. So you can pop this anywhere in the room, it doesn't matter about running a wire. And then we have the controls, which will be volume up and down, phase, low pass, setting the crossover, and you can actually set this to auto turn on and off on signal, or you can set it to have it permanently on. It's pretty good for a nice neat package. What they have actually included inside is a very powerful DSP engine. Now, what you can do is, using your smartphone, download the app, whether it be from the App Store or the Google Play Store, and you can actually control the volume and many other parameters. So what I'm going to do somewhere here on the screen, I'm going to bring up the SVS app on screen and run through some of the options that you have for setup while I'm talking to you. Now, what I would recommend is if you're putting this in a corner of a room or against a wall, there is a boundary mode compensation built into the amp. Turn that on first before you run the auto EQ in your AVR. You don't need to worry about the PEQs, setting the gain. Well, you can set the gain to halfway and let the amp, your AV amp on the auto calibrate, do the rest of the work. Once that's all completed, then I would recommend starting to tinker with the PEQ, the parametric equalizer built into the app. You don't want to mess around with that first. Likewise, you want to keep the processing to the minimum in both parties, because the more processing you do can sometimes be detriment to the signal. You need to get the in-room response done first, really. And once you've got that right and you've got a nice flat linear signal, that's when you'll get the most out of this. I think that covers a sort of first look and my first impressions. I'm really impressed with this, and I'll be quite interested to see how far I can push it. Well, thanks for watching. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.